has an entirely different map and such. It's basically an entirely new game. I'm gonna play 100% there, so I'm gonna collect every item in the game while going fast, of course. Timer will start when I press start in a bit.
Mhm.
So in 3, 2, 1.
And we're off.
Exactly. So there is a bit of lore in this hack. Basically, we are trapped in a dimension by a snake, and we have to kill the snake to escape. I think that's pretty much it. Right off the bat, you can see like the custom sprites and such. So this game doesn't look like Super Metroid at all.
Mhm.
About the hack itself, it was created in 2025, so it's
Oh.
pretty recent. And it's Super Junkoid DX because it's a remake of a hack called Super Junkoid, which was made in 2023. So again, pretty recent. It's the #1 rated hack on Metroid Construction, which is the site for Metroid Romax. And it's just excellent overall. Basically everything is custom. Custom bosses, custom items, custom sprites, custom rooms. Nothing looks like Super Metroid at all.
I'm assuming there
And
are
I'm
a
gonna
couple.
yeah.
I'm assuming there are a couple mechanics similar to Super Metroid, though, right?
Oh yeah, of course. The only thing that's pretty similar is some items and physics overall, like tricks you can execute. Because the physics are the same, there are some tricks that you can do in Super Metroid that work in this hack too, which is great. I got the rat cloak. It allows me to become a rat, go in tight spaces. And I'm gonna collect the magic board, which is an improved version of your shot that does 3 times damage, but it costs ammo to use. So in the beginning of the run, I'm just gonna collect mandatory items to progress throughout the game. But later on, I'm just gonna collect pretty much every item because this is 100%, so we have to collect everything. So the mechanic that's new in this hack is that when you're underwater, you have an oxygen bar, which is displayed above my character.
Mhm.
We don't really have to worry about it at all because I'm not going to die. But it's something that's new and pretty cool. So this is the feather, just makes you jump higher, like the description says. So what I'm gonna do right there is a crouch jump. Basically when you're crouched, you jump 8 pixels higher for some reason. And this is especially useful when you're underwater because you don't jump very high. So 8 pixels is just always good to take. Thing is, we don't have wall jumps yet, which is something you can do in vanilla. But in this hack, you need an item to do wall jumps. Gonna collect a heart right there. So each heart increases your max health by 25, and the maximum health you can get is 500 once you have all the hearts. About the hack in general, it's pretty hard hack, and that's why I'm not doing any percent. I wanted to do any percent initially, but it's just too unreliable for a marathon. You can die so much if you mess up some stuff. At least in 100% you have lots of ammo and health, so dying is much harder. So I'm gonna collect an item in a bit by crouching. So I don't have the height to do the jump right there if I don't crouch. Okay, let me crouch. Okay, got it. So these are just expansions again that increase your max ammo, and getting as much as possible of these is really useful because the more ammo you have, the faster bosses are. I'm pretty sure this music is from. I'm not really sure. The first one was from Castlevania, but this one I'm not really sure. So I got the wall kicks, which is the wall jumps I was talking about. And we're gonna take a secret passage right there to go beat our first boss. This passage is not mandatory, it's just faster to take this specific passage. But as you could see, there are a lot of secrets in this hack. So I got the rat burst, which is a bomb you can place in rat form, like in a spawn explosion, like this, to break certain blocks. It's just mandatory to progress. We have to beat boss right there. It's going to be pretty easy. And that's done. Basically, bosses in this hack don't drop items; they just heal you by 100 HP, and that's it. So I'm gonna do a sequence break there. I'm just gonna get in with wall jumps to get this item earlier. Baseballs basically just are a better version of the magic blast I have, and they open certain doors, so that's gonna allow us to progress faster. Okay, bro. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to the very start of the game because there is a sequence break we can do there to get an item earlier. Overall, this hack, unlike most other hacks, is very open. Once you get a few items, if you know what to do and how to do certain tricks, you can basically go anywhere. That's what's pretty cool too, for like, even for a beginner, it's really good for like exploration and stuff, because you can basically go everywhere once you have enough items. Doing 2 wall jumps there.
Nice.
To go in this passage and get the spark swimsuit. So you may have seen in other hacks, once I was fast enough, I was able to do bursts of speed called shine sparks. But in this hack, they come in the form of ammo, which is the spark swimsuit I just got. You can basically enable it anywhere, and it uses one ammo, of course.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's a pretty important part of the run in general, is that you can go very fast with these, and so you have to really manage your spark suit ammo to be able to be as fast as possible. So I'm just getting one more baseball there. Then we're gonna go down. You need rod burst there for these blocks. So I'm connecting a blast there. I mean, no, it's a board. I don't know why I'm calling them a blast. It's a board. Spark swimsuits, of course, in general are just useful to save time. So there are specific spots where you save time with those. Yeah, okay, I wasted one right there. I'm gonna try to do something with the rats. I failed. Whatever. But basically, there is one with no halo that you have to go through. If you go through the other ones, you get teleported in a room that's like at the bottom of the map and stuff. So I got the soap. It basically gives you magic pots once you run out if you wait long enough. So that's good for bosses. You basically always have magic pots. And what's cool is that in every area the HUD changes color. Right there, I mean Blood Bethel, which is a new area, and the HUD is red instead of green now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's gonna be the case for every area. I think that's a cool touch in the hack. So I'm going to collect an item there. Okay, bro. So once again, I'm in water, so I have water physics, as you can see. Pretty slow jumps and stuff, but we are not gonna have those physics for a long time anymore. I'm gonna kill these enemies to progress to the next room. I'm gonna get the Sanguine Fin, which just gives you normal physics underwater and removes your oxygen bar. So now I can just go underwater without really having any consequences.
Yeah, you can definitely see the Super Metroid inspire like items and mechanics.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Of course, it's a hack of Super Metroid, so they ported some stuff, but there is a lot of new stuff, and even just sprite-wise, the game really doesn't look like Super Metroid at all. I would say. I mean, of course, there is the other elements are placed overall at the same location and stuff, but otherwise, it really doesn't look like Super Metroid at all. So I'm collecting more Spark swimsuits there, so I can refill get 5 back. I'm gonna use one there. Gonna collect art right there. This enemy right above can latch onto me and do a lot of damage very fast. So I just was a bit careful. So this is a mini boss, Boatwoon. It's not hard, but it's just hard to. It's not hard, but it's hard to do fast. because the hitbox is very small. You have to hit the head. Sometimes you just get trolled a bit. Bruh. Yeah, okay. Pretty bad fight. Very bad fight, I would say, but whatever. I'm gonna collect the Gem of Blood, which is an upgrade to your wand. Basically, your wand can get gems. That's pretty much it. And you can like stack them on top of each other. For example, this one allows your wand to shoot through the walls. And each gem increases your damage overall. Ouch.
May I
Just
read a
taking-
donation real quick?
Yeah.
Alright, we
For
got
sure.
$5 from Epic Crossover, donating once again for an incredible cause. Let's get the $1,000 goal met. P.S. Get ready for some Wii games.
Wait, how much has been donated?
$970 so far, actually.
Wow, that's pretty insane because I remember like yesterday it was at 300 or something, I think.
Yeah.
when I ran at least. Bro.
Actually gone up pretty
So, yeah,
steadily.
that's pretty cool. I'm gonna collect this item. So there is not much to say here. I'm just collecting items in the area.
Mhm.
And all of this is going to lead up to some bosses. I mean, I'm collecting those because it's 100% true, but there are some bosses where I'm gonna have to spend every ammo basically that I have to finish them as fast as possible. So there is art right there. And we're gonna see new items in a bit. Items that are unique to this arc once again. Sometimes I'm just killing enemies to get more spark swimsuit. Like there. So these are the meteor shards. They increase your wand damage. And that's very unique, I would say. There are 4 in the game, and each gives you plus 25%. So once you have the 4 shards, you get basically ×2 damage. Which is pretty cool. Because once you get enough gems and meteor shards, there is a point where your wand basically becomes better than the baseballs I have. Ouch. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna collect an item there. I should really grind this arc more probably. My PB is 1 hour 4. But the world record is 58 minutes, and I know you can go much slower because I watched the world record and not to demean the world records holder accomplishments, but the world record is not very good. There is a lot of time save available.
It is a newer ROM hack, right? So it makes sense. That
Yeah,
it
exactly. It makes sense too. It was so it's 2025, but I'm not sure when exactly. I think because I played it Yeah, I think it's very recent. I think it's November 2025 or something.
Oh yeah, it's only like 9 months.
Yeah, because I remember I had the world record before because I played it on release day. So I just tried it. So this is Dragon, but it's reskinned basically. I think these bosses all have a unique name. I just can't remember it sometimes. I think this one is. Um, so I'm using spark suits, and the boss is dead.
Oh wow.
Basically, when you shine spark to any enemy, you do damage. But with this boss, the collision is so big that when you shine spark into it, it counts the damage like multiple times. So you can do a lot of damage with spark suits. And this is what happened. Okay, bro. Wait, wall jumps are a bit weird in this hack. I mean, just wall jumps are easier than Super Metroid in this hack, and I'm just not used to wall jumps being this easy. But it's a good thing for like casuals probably, because Super Metroid wall jumps are a bit weird. You have to like face away from the wall and then press jump. So it's a bit weird compared to modern games where often you just have to press jump or whatever. So I'm gonna do a clip right there because I'm not supposed to be able to get there. But I'm gonna do a clip with the spark suits. Basically, when you crouch and do jump, you just pass through the block with the spark suit. And this is supposed to be a one-way block. It's supposed to be a block like you come from the top and then you fall there, you know. Okay, bro. This area is very hard to navigate. There were just a lot of spikes and stuff. Looks very good though. Okay, so this is the mini boss. It's gonna die very quickly. Just gonna use spark suits and he's dead. Yeah, it's a pretty easy boss. You're supposed to like wait for the boss to open its mouth or whatever and shoot the boss, but spark suits also work. So I'm just collecting a bolt right there. Oh, okay, I didn't get. I was trying to shoot all of these off screen, but I didn't get the other two enemies. What's cool is you can also shard spark downwards in this hack, which you can't do in vanilla for some reason. But in this you can. Okay, bro. These enemies always drop spark suits, so I'm not really afraid of using any to kill them because I know that always drops some. So what's cool with baseballs is that when you sit on this altar, you lose health, but you regain baseballs. So that's just a way to refill all your baseballs.
That's cool.
Which is like, for the most part of the game, your biggest source of damage. But yeah, as you can see, there is a lot of unique stuff. And I think the arc is very cool, especially for like this sort of horrific ambience, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go save, just in case. Because we're gonna come up against the boss. Oh, bruh. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pretty tired, sorry. So the save rooms, they refill your health in these spas a bit, and you can save there. So that looks pretty cool. Okay, bro. So I'm gonna do another clip there. Once again, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm sequence breaking. So this is, I remember, okay, so this is a reskin of Fentune, but I know the bosses have unique names. I don't remember the last one, but this one is Defiled, I think. So you just wait for a bit until the boss spews out flames and you can shoot it. Spews out like a lot of flames, not like this. And yeah, sometimes it just doesn't want to cooperate. I mean, it does, but I just have a skill issue. I'm pretty sure this music is custom made because I don't know where it comes from. I mean, it's not in vanilla for sure, but I don't know if it even comes from a game. This is a bit RNG. And you could memorize all the patterns if you were good, but I'm too lazy to do that. So, because I'm gonna be really practicing this is boring as hell. I'm not playing for the bosses, I'm playing for the movement. So I don't really have any interest in practicing bosses. Just don't want to die. Okay, lots of health. It's hard to hit the boss when it spews out flames for the first time, and I can't really get it consistently. Okay, did I? No, it's not dead. Because the timing where you can shoot the boss after it spews out flames is random too, for some reason. Okay, the boss is dead. It was a pretty bad fight, but whatever. Also, about all of these bosses, which I'm doing, you have to kill them to reach the final area of the game. There are 5 bosses you have to kill. So this was the second, and the first one was the one I killed quickly with Shine Sparks. I mean, not the one in this area, the one in the red area.
Mhm.
And there is basically one boss per area. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna collect. So this is the place you were supposed to get Spark Suit from for the first time, but I got it much earlier than intended. So I'm gonna collect another meteor shard right there. So there is a bug with the sound, as you could hear. The game does weird shit with the sound cue. Basically, if you take your load while an early part of a sound is happening, the game takes a ton of time to load and keeps playing the sound like you will. So that was pretty weird. Just does that every time. So this is Deep Purple. It's the hub area of the game, basically. There are elevators that connect to every area. And I'm gonna collect a few items in there. I'm just gonna collect this Spark Suit. So I'm gonna collect the dasher, which makes you able to get fast when you're a rat. I'm gonna try a trick there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it this way.
Okay.
When you get, like, you can break these blocks by having super speed when you're a rat, but the jump is very tight. And you have to get this item, and like if you do it as a rat, you don't fall to the very bottom. So you don't have to do wall jumps to go back up, take this item like I just did. So we are taking constant damage right there because it's a heated area. But I'm not really stressed about the heat, it's not that big of damage. Collecting this item. Ouch. These can be annoying though, the fire pillars. Bruh. Okay, so I'm gonna... There are enemies off screen that are very, very, very strong. It's like a mini boss basically. I'm gonna use my stuff to kill them. Okay, let me just... Okay, let's go. So this is the gem of storms. It makes your shot pierce enemies.
Oh, that's cool.
And you just deal more. Yeah, that's very cool. And it looks great, I think. Sort of laser beam. And it just makes you deal more damage overall. Like I said, every gem you get makes your wand deal more damage. So what's cool is the attention to detail. Like my wand that I have in my hand is yellow now, as you can see. And when I'm a rat too, previously it was red, and at the very start of the game it was green. Okay, let me... So about the DX version of the hack, the original hack, so Super Junkoid, was already pretty good, but it wasn't that good. And the DX version added an entirely new area that we're gonna see at the very end of the hack. I mean, not right at the very end, but towards the end. So it added an entirely new area with an entirely new boss that you have to do now. And just overall, they made the game look better. They added a few rooms in each area. They changed item placement, stuff like that. It's basically just a better version of Super Junkoid. So we're gonna come up against the boss. I'm gonna save just in case, because I'm very tired. I don't really feel confident. Even though I know I'm not gonna die, but just in case. Bruh. So this is something. I don't really know. This is the boss we saw previously, but now it's better. So I don't really want to get it. Okay, it's dead. See.
Nice.
But in 90%, this boss, you have to do it very early to get this item early, which is very good. And in 80% is very hard. In this, not so much. So I got the Zav, which is an upgrade to the baseball. Basically makes the what was previously the baseball deal more damage, and it one shots every enemy, like every regular enemy. So that's a pretty fun thing, and it kills the weird doors. You're gonna see that there are some weird doors, like we saw previously, and you have to use a Zav to open them. These ones you're gonna see. These doors that move and shoot, you have to use Zav to kill them. Okay, bro. Let me just... What? So I'm gonna go through there. These radioactive things make you take constant damage. But there is a art above, so I don't really care. See, and it's gonna refill all my health, so I don't really care that much. So I'm gonna go down to collect an item. Oh, I almost got it, whatever. I'm gonna go back down again, but like this time I'm gonna go much deeper to collect a few more items that are going to be very useful. So first of all, I'm gonna collect more Zav. Then I'm gonna go collect the magic broom in a bit, which is an item that allows you to jump infinitely in the air. Bruh. But yeah, the spark suit saves you a lot of time. As you can see, I'm using it a lot. And that's why ammo management is very important. So there are going to be a few enemies. This isn't the mini boss, but it's not really that hard. You just shoot whatever these are. And I'm using my magic board because it pierces enemies, so sometimes I can get hits on both of them. Magic broom. So this is an item that allows you to jump infinitely in the air. You're gonna see. I'm gonna use it in the room coming up, like this.
So
Can
cool.
jump infinitely in the air. Yeah, it looks incredible too. So we're gonna go to the left to collect one more item and face off against one more boss. So this lava coming up is fake, this one. You can fall through it. It's a fake one, so... Now the game gets a bit dark for some reason. I don't really know why they did that. I'm gonna save just to be sure. And also in save rooms, when you're full of health, it also refills your magic blast if you have the soap, which I collected earlier. I mean magic boats, you know, the 50 that I have. I'm gonna collect a spark suit there. The arc is very long. I think my first 100 playthrough. I mean, it's not that long, but it's very good. And my first 100% playthrough blind, and I had not played Junkoid, so I didn't know anything. It took me like 4 hours something, I think. So this is coming up. This is Profane. This is a skin of Ridley, but it's like an easier version. So we're gonna see the boss again later on. I'm just gonna use every ammo I have to kill the boss as fast as possible. I don't really care about the damage I'm taking. And I did it.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got the purple locket, which is basically an armor. It reduces your damage by 2, and it allows you to enter the new area that was added to the hack, which we're gonna go a bit later. But if you don't have this locket, you take constant damage in the new area, and there is a secret ending of the game if you manage to beat the game without ever getting this locket. There is a secret ending, but you need to be pretty good at the game. So I'm just going in this room, and I did not intend to take the map. My brain turned off. But basically, you have to go in this room because it said elevators online, and basically enables some elevators. It gives power to them. We're gonna see in a bit. I'm gonna take these elevators. You know, it says elevator. It says online on the side, and if you don't go in that room, they're offline. You can't take them. And so, like I said, the purple is up. Really, it connects to like every area in the game. And this is the blood one I was in prior, and I'm going back because there is an item you have to go back for. It's just a Zav expansion. Just gonna shoot this enemy a lot. I'm gonna use this altar to refill my Zavs. So I'm gonna go in the next area with the next elevator. So I think this music was custom made. I don't think it's from any game. And there is a lot of custom made music in this arc, especially. There is also some Castlevania music, some Donkey Kong music, etc. There is a lot of stuff. So this is the Ice Castle. I don't know where the music comes from, but it's pretty good. So we're gonna collect a few items. The first one being at the very top, with this beautiful background. So this is the Dreamer's Crown. It basically, I mean, it's written on there. When you use a spark suit, you regain health. Basically, it's pretty useless, but still, like I'm recovering health right now on the side. Just gonna get this item. So this is a mini boss we're gonna face off against. I don't know what it's called or whatever, but it's a mini boss. It's a duck. Basically, you have to shoot the boss to make it go back, but with Gem of Storms, because it pierces the boss, it triggers a lot, and basically just one shots acts as like 40 shots or something, because like it triggers on each frame it's the boss, you know. And since it pierces the boss, the shot doesn't get destroyed. So like each time it's through the boss, it's re-triggered, leading to the boss dying very quickly. Just refilling on this enemy. So we're gonna get the Gem of Ice, which is a gem that makes you able to freeze enemies. So now again my wand changed color. Now it's like cyan a bit.
Mhm.
I'm gonna collect an item there. So another meteor shard. Hmm. Yeah, I forgot the door was this close. I would not have tried sparked otherwise. I'm not talking very much because I'm pretty tired, but there is just not a lot to say in general. I'm just using shine sparks pretty much everyone to try to cross them as fast as possible. And I mean
Someone.
overall the hack I think it looks good enough that I don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
At some
Someone in the
parts.
chat asked, what does a meteor shard do?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, good thing by the way. Like if people have any questions, let me know because like I'd be happy to answer them. A meteor shard increases your wand damage by 25%, and you can collect 4 throughout the game. So at max, you basically do times 2 beam damage. And this is again another item which is like unique to this hack. And another item which is unique to this hack is the one I just collected, the wave paint goal. It allows you to like double tap forward in the air to move to propel yourself. I don't know if I'm gonna get it like this. Thing is, it carries over your momentum, so you can go pretty fast if you do it well. So this is again another unique item added by this hack, which you can use to like propel yourself forward and stuff. So I'm gonna take a heart right there. I'm gonna collect another art right there, coming up, which is hidden behind this throne. There are just a lot of secrets in this hack. It's pretty cool. No idea why I did it 100% blind the first time though, because some of the secrets are really hard to find. I'm gonna go back to the first area just to re-enter the castle to get an item. So this was like the intended entrance to the area. You were supposed to get by this and go up these stairs and stuff, but I entered through the purple. Gonna use another shine spark in there to get through the room very fast. So once again, I'm just collecting some items. About the hack, it was developed by Piyoshi. And I think it's Piyoshi's only hack, but it's very good, so whatever. I think it took like 5 years to make or something. I mean, like the initial hack took like I think 3 to 4 years, and the DX version took like a year and a half, I think. So this is a mini boss. I mean, it was a mini boss. Now it's dead. The collector art right there. But for example, this one I think is like really hard to find on your own. Like you have to look at the tile and see that it's different.
Oh.
Yeah, there are some secrets that are very hard to find. If you play Metroid a lot, it's not that hard to find because you know you have to look at tiles and stuff. But if you're like a casual, maybe you don't pay attention to this kind of stuff when you play. So like you don't really spot it, you know. So now I have every item in this area, so I'm just gonna go beat the boss of the area, which is a new boss. This one is a total new one, so there is no Kraid, you know, like the crocodile that goes up and stuff. I mean, they took Kraid, but they gave it totally different mechanics, so it's really just a unique boss. So you have to like shoot it, and then the screen goes like yellow, and it makes the boss vulnerable because otherwise you can't hit the boss. But you have to like hit the boss, and everything gets yellow, and then you can hit it for a bit. But the hitbox is a bit weird. You have to hit like the head of the boss, and sometimes the claw just stops moving and you can't get some hit in. Whatever, it's dead. So by the way, the lucky frogs I didn't say, but they just revive you if you die. So that's pretty cool. So now I have everything here, and I'm gonna go back to the first area of the game to collect a few items. Just taking more spark suits. Okay, bro, what? Didn't know you could not break these blocks with a spark suit. Okay, what am I doing? So as you can see, everything is really connected. I'm back in the first area.
Wow.
So like, that's pretty cool, I think. the entire map is connected. And this is where I got the wall kicks. But instead of going down, I'm gonna go up to collect the last meteor shard.
And our damage is double, basically.
Exactly. And this is the point where regular blasts become as good as Zavs, which are the swords. Like the magic blast, the bolts, you know, they become as good as the Zavs, but you have less of the Zavs normally, so like, there really is no point in using Zavs now. That's pretty much it. And as you can see, I like destroyed these enemies. That was pretty fun. So I'm gonna collect my last art coming up with this path, pretty hidden. And now I have my max health too. I'm close to 100% right now. We're gonna go back in deep purple. So this is the hub area that I'm going back in to enter the final area of the game, which is the one that was added by this hack. I mean, not the final area, but the area that has the final main boss. And so this area that I'm gonna go in is the one that was added by the DX version. So this is a Tohu Vatohu. It's a pretty weird name. And so if you don't have that purple locket that I got pretty early on, you basically take constant damage in this area. And if you get through this area without the purple locket, you get a secret ending. Because at the end you will see there is different ending images you get depending on what you do in general. Like beating the game with 100% items, beating the game with 100% items in less than 1 hour, and just a bunch of other stuff that I can't remember. That's pretty unique too, that you can get different ending cards based on what you do. Like usually Axe just give just don't do anything. I mean, they just give the regular spiritual ending that is different depending on your time, and that's pretty much it. But in there you get different endings based on other stuff, such as your item percentage and not getting the purple locket, for example, and stuff like that. So again, now I have max magic blast, max abs. I have everything maxed pretty much, but I don't have 100% yet because I'm missing 2 items that are like major items, but otherwise I have everything. This music is kind of epic. I don't know where it's from, but it's pretty good. Oh, brother. Also, what I have to do in this area is basically, you're gonna see, I have to kill some enemies in some rooms, and it basically changes the map, the entire map. Each time I do this, you're gonna see in a bit. Like, just pay attention to this room. Like right now, it's just a corridor. Then I'm gonna go and kill this enemy. Then once I go back in that room, it's gonna be different. So that's pretty sick. It's also very unique. And I remember like playing the hack for the first time and being very confused at this part. I was like, why did the map change? What happened? So once again, I'm doing this. Basically, doing every single one of these changes the main room. This one. So right now it's changed again. And I can go there. Okay, what am I doing? I'm gonna go save, just in case. And we're gonna face off against the last major boss, and then we're gonna be able to go in the final area and beat the game. So this is this is profane, but again, like the boss is going to be back. This one. But now it's a lot stronger. Like that's easily the hardest boss in the arc. And it has a ton of HP, so I'm basically using all of my ammo. Sometimes I just get grabbed because I'm bad. There are some clues to like when you're gonna get grabbed. I'm just not that good at spotting them. But I think now the boss is dead. You have to get grabbed on purpose when it's dead, so to speed up the death of the boss. So I'm just gonna collect the last frog. Just because it's for 1%. Each frog again, it revives you when you die. Basically, like you can collect 4 frogs at max. And basically, when you die, the frog revives you with 50 HP times the number of frogs you have. So I have 4 frogs, so if I were to die, I would be revived with 200 HP right now. Just saving and refilling once again. We're gonna go in the final area of the game, which is at the very bottom of Deep Purple, the hub area. And you can only access it once you beat the 5 bosses which are in each area. So the bosses were like the fish in the blood area, the ghost in that yellow area. Was also there was also profane in deep purple. Then there was the crocodile in the blue area, and then there was the rematch against profane in the area I just went through. Oh, what the I don't mean to shine spark vertically. I meant to do it horizontally because now I have to walk. That's boring. So this is the room that checks if you beat all of the bosses. Looks pretty sick. And then you know I realized I forgot a boss. Imagine. I'm just joking. That won't happen. So this is the final area coming up. This is Sheol. There is a lot of weird stuff in this area. I'm just gonna refill a bit on spark suits because you can get a skip that saves a lot of time if you're good and if you have spark suits. Spark suits overall just save a lot of time in this. this is where to get the final item. Basically, this statue checks if you have all the meteor shards, and if you do, it gives you it brings you to the final gem, which is optional, but it's the best gem in the game. And so after this, we will have 100% items. And then, you know, I realized in the credits it says 99%. I'm joking. Pretty sure I have every item, but I'm so tired that maybe I don't.
I hope you're fine. 99
Whatever.
and 100, basically the same thing.
So this is the gem of death coming up. It's kind of in the name, a gem of death, you know. Pretty menacing. Basically increases your damage and your attack speed and just makes you stronger, basically. I'm gonna refill on tabs right there. This is put there to just make you able to refill. I know I have max health, max blast, max star, but I don't know about my spark suit. Maybe I don't. So these are Junkoids. It's not Metroids, it's Junkoids because of the name of the game. And you have to kill them in each of these rooms to progress. I mean, and to kill them, you have to freeze them, then use a Zav. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. That's pretty weird because usually I need 2 or 3 shots to freeze them for some reason, but yeah, okay. Now that's it. Sometimes I don't know, I can freeze them in only 1 shot. I'm not sure why. Maybe the earlier ones have less health for some reasons. And if they latch on to you, you have to set blasts. Otherwise, you take a lot of damage. So again, about the lore, these Junkoids and stuff. Basically, I can explain more of the lore. You're trapped in a dimension with a serpent, and the serpent worships you for some reason. And every boss up to that point and stuff, I don't know if you realize, but it looks a lot like the character you're playing. Basically, every enemy, every boss, everything looks like us. But like a weird version of us, like this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically the lore. Because the serpent wants to like make a perfect copy of you or something. I don't really know. But it's bad at this, so it just makes ugly shit. I got the skip. As you can see, you can skip this with a good
It's like
a good
baby
spike,
skip.
a good swimsuit. Exactly. So we're gonna come up against the final boss. So this is the serpent I was talking about. It's gonna wake up. You can die in this if you're not careful. Because sometimes some attacks are bugged and you can get it like twice or thrice on the same attack. Especially these ones with the multiple projectiles. Yeah, I'm gonna take damage on purpose because I know I already won anyways. I'm not really care. Yeah, I won.
Nice. Everyone's time is up.
At the end of the fight, you take 100 mandatory damage, and if you have a lot more health remaining, the boss hits you again. So like the idea is you want to get as close as 100 health possible to be able to like not die but speed up the cutscene. So the Junkoid right there saves us, like the baby in Super Metroid. And then tragically it dies. But we get the Hyper Beam, and we're gonna kill the freaking snake.
Reminds me of something.
Yeah, exactly. But it still looks great, I think. The thing is, I mean, making bosses that are original is easily the hardest thing in Super Metroid, I think. But and they still made like 2 original bosses with the first Profane fight and especially the Ice Castle fight. It's very different from Kraid. Epic music. So we have to escape because the planet is going to explode again for some reason. I don't really know. Stuff explodes a lot in Metroid. They just like that for some reason. So we're gonna go back up the entire planet. This looks very, very sick.
Keep
So
going.
go through each area. It looks great. Time is going to be coming up very soon.
Right.
Time.
GG's.
Thanks. How much?
1:11:35.
Yeah, okay, I knew this was bad. Whatever.
It wasn't bad.
Sorry for going to overestimate.
No, it's okay. It was
uh,
entertaining.
But yeah, this game is very cool. And oh yeah, we're gonna see if I got 100% because maybe I forgot one item. Like shit. Oh yeah, see, okay. And I got the
Yes.
best ending card because there is an ending card exclusive. If you get 100% in under 1 hour in game time, you can see I got 54. I got this cool ending card. And maybe I don't know if you want to leave the credits or whatever, just the first part maybe because there is every person that made this hack. Really want to shout them at.
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you can see everything basically. The music is from Donkey Kong Country 3. I think it fits these credits really well. And as you can see, there is a ton of people. This hack is like the most ambitious one, probably. I mean, one of the most ambitious ones, I would say.
Hey guys, thank you for the GG's. I know I worked very hard on this run. That's a joke. GG's Prout.
Thanks. Yeah, if you're like overestimate, you can cut now because it's the Super Metroid credits which we've seen already.
We're not overestimating, no. We're actually like, what's it called? Because Epic Crossover will be filling in with Wii games, however much you can.
Okay.
So yeah, we're technically ahead now.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Because I saw you were behind like a lot.
Yeah, we were.
Like
I think we were ahead
40
by
minutes
like.
or something.
What did you say?
Maybe 40 minutes or something.
Yeah, we were by
I
like
saw, like
a little more than that at some points, but because someone dropped out, 2 hours 50 minutes worth of runs, I think.
Oh wait,
like,
really?
Yeah. So
Well,
we actually had a big gaping hole at the end of the marathon. I was like, what do I do with this time? And Epic Crossover offered to do some reruns.
Oh, okay, that's really sick. That's cool. Because yeah, that was pretty. That's pretty crazy, honestly. I'm gonna be there, by the way, at the like
And
the final ceremony, you know, or whatever it is. You know, the thing we're gonna do in VC at the end of the event. I'm gonna be there. At least I will try to.
Nice.
And so basically, you can see the ending. The serpent is dead. Sweet dreams, Uncle. and she gets in the spark suit fit
Hold on,
if
how
you
old is
like
she?
beat the game in under 1 hour, you know.
Mm.
And that's it. It just stays there. That's how the game ends. I think it's pretty anticlimactic, but yeah, it's pretty. I don't really know if like, yeah, I think it's still pretty good, but there are a lot of different ending cards you can get, as you could see. I got the best one, but there is one for beating the game, one for beating the game in 100%, one for beating the game in 100% in under 1 hour, which is the one I got, and one for getting the secret ending, and maybe more. I've heard that there is more with like, there is an entire, you know, like, entire enigma with like Junkoid eggs you can find throughout the map and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I never did that, but I know
Mhm.
there is a lot of stuff in this game. And
Yeah.
I've heard there is a way to save the animals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I haven't found yet, but I've heard there is a way, which is pretty hidden.
Nice. But yeah, thank you so much for running Super Metroid, and Super Junko.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really proud, like to have been able. I mean, I'm really glad I was able to present these acts because they're really good acts. They're like the ones I presented are the top 3 acts
Oh,
out of
really?
like 700 on the site. Yeah. This one is the number 1 attack on the site.
Did we perhaps go 3-2-1?
I think it's rated like 4.83 out of 5. It's
Oh,
like
wow.
very good, basically. It's just excellent.
But yeah, thank you
Anyways,
for running.
wish you luck for the rest of the event.
Thank you. I will need it. But yeah, I
I'm
will
gonna
see you.
go get some sleep.
All right, I will see you in a little bit. Peace.
Yeah, see ya.